All right, welcome. Today, we're looking at a page of sports headlines, but we're not actually here to talk about scores or stats. Instead, we're going to deconstruct how this page is put together, how it's designed to grab your attention, start an argument, and pull you right into the middle of the conversation. Okay, so let's dive into our source material from ESPN. And right at the top, boom, a massive question about a huge player trade. It's not just, here's the news. It's framed as a mystery from the get-go. I mean, that's the perfect hook, right? It just grabs you. But here's the thing, that one headline, it's just the tip of the iceberg. So let's zoom out. We're going to start with that big central question, then look at how the entire page is really just a bunch of puzzles. We'll find out who the main opinion makers are, see what kind of stories get the green light, and then figure out what it all means for sports talk today. Right, so let's get back to that main headline. What is it about asking a question instead of just stating a fact that makes it so powerful?
Okay, and check out the language they use here. It's really telling. It's not just reporting on the move. No, it says Pat McAfee and his crew are going to try to decipher it. That word, decipher, man, that is so intentional. It's basically turning the news into a puzzle, a code that needs cracking. And it's inviting us, you and me, to play along and start guessing.
And this is where things get really interesting, because that whole ask a question approach, it's not a one-off. No way. It's a deliberate pattern you see repeated all over the page. And this slide just lays it all out. I mean, just look at it. As you scan the page, it's just one question after another about trades, team needs, player fits. The page isn't really there to give you answers. It's there to create debates, and you're invited to every single one of them.
So we've got all these puzzles, right? All these questions, but who's asking them? Who's stirring the pot? Well, it turns out, beyond the questions, there's another huge piece of this puzzle. The personalities, the big voices.
So when you actually break down the page, it's pretty revealing. Check this out. One guy, Stephen A. Smith, his name is attached to literally half of the video headlines here. Come on, that's no accident. That's a strategy, plain and simple. You anchored the big debates to a big, and let's be honest, often very provocative point of view. And if you want to know what that sounds like in action, here's a perfect example. This line from Stephen A. about the Lakers. I mean, this is the textbook definition of a hot take. It's short, it's confident, it's super debatable, and it's built for one thing and one thing only: to get a reaction, to get people talking. You either hear that and go, yes, finally, or no way. But either way, you're hooked, you're engaged. Okay, so let's recap. We've got two main ingredients, right? Questions and big opinions. So what happens when we step back and start sorting all this stuff into buckets? What kind of picture does it paint? Well, when you really get down to it, pretty much everything on this page falls into one of three buckets. You've got player movement, that's the who's going where. Then you have the pundit hot take, that's the strong opinion, the debate starter. And finally, there's team speculation, all those juicy what-if scenarios. And this slide, this right here, really gets to the core of everything we're talking about. On one side, you've got a simple fact. The Chiefs traded Trent McDuffie. Okay, that's news. But on the other side, you have the question, why did they do it? See the difference? That's the conversation. And this entire page, it's leaning heavily towards that right side. It's all about engagement, not just information.
All right, so let's put all the pieces together. What is this whole mix? The questions, the personalities, the what-ifs. What does it tell us about what sports media is trying to do today? Well, here's the key takeaway. It's not random, it's a system. Think of it like a funnel. First, you pose a really interesting question. Then, you drop in a strong, maybe even controversial opinion. What happens next? A debate sparks up. And the final goal of all of that? Your engagement, your click, your comment, your time. And you know what this all really shows is a massive shift in the game. The goal isn't just to inform you anymore. It's not just, here's what happened. The goal is to involve you. They want you to be an active player in the story. They want you to have an opinion, to pick a side, and to jump right into that big, messy, fun debate. Which, of course, leaves us with one last big question. And this one's for us. When we click on a page like this, what are we actually looking for? Are we really there just for the facts, for the final score? Or have we all kind of been trained to look for the next big argument, the next debate? It's something to think about the next time you open up that sports app.